Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here going to be making some progress on the old save file there, and probably running the number 2 here, so getting ready to get that off the turntable. A couple of things I guess we will go over quick before we leave the yard is we did turn around and make a few extensions to the railroad here. We did turn around and add in for the shorter holding tracks over here off the other side of the depot, so there's just kind of a nice little switch back there. It's going to mainly be for holding farm stuff. Have made a lot of progress with the farm stuff. Turned around, picked up a few cars for, obviously we had the box cars there for moving the seeds, and then turned around and picked up some of the tank cars there for running water. Did get a lot of help actually moving water, so that didn't come out too bad, because quite frankly I didn't have to run a lot of it. So we got a lot of we got seeds and water and stuff over there. Have not made a lot of progress past that, so that's kind of the ticket. But there, as we get a good look up at what we have going on so far with the yard. So it's expanding, you know, kind of naturally as we're adding things to it, which is kind of the idea with this one. Kind of looks cool. Happy with the way this one's looking so far. Obviously we need a few more people moving into the area now, so we will start coming up with decorations and stuff like that as we expand. Now we'll have, obviously, you know, quote unquote people coming into the area, expanding to more industries. In other words, we'll have to put in some housing and some shops, stuff like that, for sure. And some signs, all that stuff. Get that out of there. We need to make some progress, really. Like the money-wise is the thing. We gotta get back to running wood and iron, because that's really where there's money, although we've been working on the farm chain, trying to get it ready to expand the rail out in that direction. So that's a thing too. Alright, roll it on. Still warming up? No, we're pretty warm. We're good to go. Alright, get that off of there. Everything should roll out here decent. What are we gonna do? Head out and grab those. I suppose we could head out and grab the tier 3 cars. Of course, we could take the box cars with us, but I think we'll just run barefoot out. Go get the tier 3 cars, probably grab some hay, start moving some of that stuff. See how that trip's gonna go. Alright, blasting out of the yard. Suppose we can go in, check some switches, because those will all be wrong. Put that one. That one's good. That one's good. Those are good. Alright, and this way, actually everything, not that one though. Alright, so there. Mostly everything is going to work out anyway. Alright, crank this thing up. Let's get her going. Running empty don't make us no money, that's for sure. Sometimes you gotta do it. Do have to say I'm liking the idea of having everything actually come out of a yard for once, instead of like just dropping and flopping everything along the rail like I always kind of have. I've always just had it on sidings and stuff by the industry, so this time's kind of cool having it come out of a central location all the time. A little bit different of a layout idea, or at least a way of operating. That's for sure. Totally changes the thing. Did get the logs in there, so we have logs nice and full. Prepared to turn around and start running more wood up, and then got distracted by the farm. So there you go, kind of in limbo there. Could just be running more tier 2 cars up the up to the mine today, which probably will be the kick after running this. But might as well get some hay and some grain kicked over to the cattle, so we can get some cattle going. Cattle will pay nice. We could actually even just drop some cattle at the depot, I suppose, if nothing else. They do pay decent, but I think we'll probably go the other way around and just turn around and get everything set up so that we can deliver some wood and some coal, or iron, excuse me, and then that'll give us the money that we will need for the stock cars. Stock cars not super cheap, and we definitely do not have the money right now. The pretty much filling up the farm stuff that paid for buying the little water cars. Otherwise, we probably would have gone with the big cars and just run them that way. But the cost of the big water cars is such that that's why we picked up the little ones. Those are much cheaper. You get 4 of those basically for the price of one, almost for the price of one big one. And yeah, we just didn't have the money to buy the big ones. It'd be cool to buy 4 big ones, but you know, investing $4,000 into hauling water at this point in the save file is just not happening. So in order to creep that along and get stuff moving there, you know, the cattle and the meat obviously start to pay a little better. So, you know, once you can get it, if you can get it to there, then it'll start paying for itself, is kind of the idea. So try to get it there as cheap as possible. That's why we're not just buying another stack of Tier 3 cars, and I'm actually coming out here to grab the cordwood stack, because it's just going to save us money. And at the end of the day, at this point, our little railroad needs to save money. Alright, that's going to give us those. Bam. The early days of a railroad. At one point, that all goes away, and then you have more money than you can possibly do anything with. So, there's that. Just obviously have not reached that point in this save file yet. Alright. It should get us out of here. Give us plenty of cars to move over. We don't even need all of these. I thought about just taking the one extra rando, you know. We have one too many out here anyway. I considered just pulling that one off and then buying another 1 or 2, but it's like I just don't even... I don't want to spend any money on moving hay if I don't have to, or straw. But if I don't have to spend any money on it right now, we'd rather avoid it. Alright. Cruising along, we do have to switch over back on to the main. This is the switch, so probably not going to take this at, you know, 30 miles an hour, though this whole thing is pretty smooth in here, but don't need to slap it around right there, that's for sure. Alright, everything's rolling out good. I have considered putting another water tower back here, just because this little section is unused and there is a nice little flat bowl in there. Would not be opposed to that, so that might be an addition for later on. Nice thing is you do get 3, obviously, of all the industries, so if you want to put another one out there or whatever the case may be, that's handy. Alright, wood, water, sand, everything's still going good. Go run through the little corridor here, pick up some power, and just let the mogul eat. Should not have any problems here, so we should be able to get a nice look back at the train. You have the nice little dip in the rail up here, that's kind of cool. somewhere along here. There it is. Nice. Oh. There we go. Flip that. Then, I'm not exactly sure. I suppose we need to go that way. Oops, here's the pin. And then we gotta take it that way. Yeah, something like that. First run. Good times. We need to put a farmage sign up on there or something. Welcome to the farm. The farm-fed fiasco of fun. That track's that tree's pretty close. It's not gonna hit anything though. Yeah. It's always interesting. If you got them all. Ooh, that almost hits the stack. Whoa. I'm sitting here looking at what we're running into or about to run into, and I'm not even paying attention. I'm thinking of the gold mine, looking at that chute, going, "Wow, that's going to be weird for the hopper." That's not a hopper pickup there. That's what we're after. So we'll have to back this bad boy up just a bit. There we go. All right, we have arrived. Let's see what we got in here. Bam, how many we got? We got 40, but then I suppose it'll keep producing. So, yeah, that should do all right. 15 per. I don't know if we'll get the whole train full or not. Be interesting to see how that goes. I suppose we'll have to restart. Get in there. All right. Wait, nope, we're not done. Stop it. You didn't get a pop-up. Alright, there. We're still getting them. Alright, now go. I suppose we'll have to restart. I don't think this matters how fast. I don't think you can keep it running. No, definitely not. Alright, whatever that noise is. That's insane. Alright, let's go. Few more cars. I don't know how many we'll actually end up getting. 25. Depends on what it produces. There's water. I know we had at least half of the water left, and the pallets, the seeds were definitely full. So we're just going to have to see what we end up getting here. One more car done. And we'll bop this along. Alright. 15. Let's go check out supply. Well, we have a minute. Might as well. Alright, we dropped some water that way. Oh, 91. So tons of seed left. So what is it going to be? Water that we're probably going to... Yeah, water that we're going to probably run out of. 40. Boy. We'll just see. I don't even know how much straw, honestly, we can hold over there. So I should probably look at that before I end up with a half a train full of straw. Of course, you can always drop it. You can always drop it somewhere at the depot, if nothing else. So we can take 100 over there, actually. So we got plenty of we can do all around. There we go. Probably not working. Maybe it's working. Yeah, it's working. There we go. Let's hit it. Alright. That one is good. sit in here. Nice thing is we'll just get the pop-up when it's done. So that's cool when you're running long trains and can't see what's loaded and what's not loaded. I suppose that means we're actually totally out, so it's probably not gonna do anymore until, what, why isn't it loading? Oh, there it's going. Oh, it's just gonna take, is it really produced that slow? Whoa, is that a total bummer? Alright, so the wheat is obviously where the grain, this is produces for the grain, I suppose. What we got going on? Yeah, we still got water. We have plenty of seeds. There's plenty of water, plenty of seeds. It's just how much time this takes, which is apparently a lot. So, I don't think that we're gonna wait for all that. I mean, we have a fair amount. Alright, what do we need to fill this thing? 2 more? Alright, we'll wait for 2 more. Perfect. There we go. We'll wait for 2 more to drop. We are definitely not gonna wait for this thing to fill up. Who knew? Never had that problem before. I guess usually I only use 2 wagons for straw. So, there you go. More of a reason why using just 2 absolutely totally works out just fine, because you can't really load this stuff super fast anyway. Alright, so we'll just back that up. Yeah, at that rate, there's no way we're waiting that long. Alright, no problem. By the time we take these over, drop them off, there'll probably be some more. We honestly have grain to move. Stuff like that. Plenty of things to do that we're not hurting for it, but there's the thing. So if we do have just 2 of these tier 3 cars for moving grain, that's actually, or for moving the straw, that's plenty. 3 at the most would definitely do the trick. We don't need a whole stack of them, that's for sure. So we will get rid of that, or we'll probably just buy a few. Or at least when we have a little expendable money, we'll pick up a few. Because we could just take 1 off of here. Yeah, we could just take 1 off of here and then buy like 2 more, even maybe just 1 more would probably do the trick. Could probably be running this with Betsy, but heck, just had enough fun running Betsy through the night with these seed pallets. The Betsy, you get stock, no headlight there, so that's a thing. Be worth replacing that at some point. We just got to get the money flowing in, and then that'd be a thing. Probably should have just slow rolled this one out. There we go. It's gonna roll, but not at all fast enough. Do we go for this one or not? Let's go for it and see if we get it. Yeah, we're definitely getting paid for it anyway, so there you go. Straw, definitely not a high-paying venture. More of one of the workloads, you know. That's just the process of the farm, but doesn't take a heck of a lot to get it going either, depending on obviously your placements of the facilities. One could definitely make the farm. Our water thing is a far enough trip that's why I'm considering moving it. Thought about putting it at the depot area, so that's an option. Also putting it back here in the woods would be an option. Just teleporting one in here when you want to do water is always an option too, you know. And not something that I worry about too much. I do not. I'm on the board with the, yeah, we're just running loads, but water's not a super exciting one to do. Cordwood, hard enough. Alright, there we go. So we got 60 bales over. I suppose we could take a look and see. Let's just see how fast this thing is going. Oh. or somewhere. Yeah, but again, that's just like one car, so we're not gonna mess with that too much. Would be nice probably to get some grain moving, because as it is, we're just wasting production. Grain's full, I'm sure. So we probably should grab a hold of some kind of grain movement. That would get this, if you're pulling out mixed nowadays, it's probably more beneficial. You know, one side your industry. Of course, by the time we get there, it'll have produced everything it's going to produce, and it isn't going to really make a difference. So we should have just had... So what we know is we should take one of these cars, buy at least one more, and then run two of these and two box cars, so that we're pulling out all the time, so that we're not wasting goods there. So that's going to be the new plan. We will zoom this out of here, and we'll throw one car over. We could definitely buy one more car. It's not going to kill us at this point, a couple $100. Obviously, it's not ideal and not the plan, but it's making sense. So we'll go for it. Stuck in the smoke there a little bit. Alright, let's get this thing moving. Probably make the round trip process in here a little easier with the Mogul. A little faster than Betsy. Though this really is Betsy's job to farm, so, you know. Slam on a brake somewhere in here. Probably not just yet. There we go. That, and then I think we'll just throw it back onto that rail. Ba, 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 ba. Good enough. Hopefully that car is going fast enough to go where we want it to. Probably is. It's out of the way anyway. So we go get rid of the rest of these. Oops. Didn't need to do that. The locomotive is low on fuel. Yes, sir. Alright. Before we do that, alright, let's mellow. Switches. Go back this way, flip that switch. Nope, wait, flip that switch. What switch did we flip? We flipped that switch, which would auto flip anyway and take us right back out to the farm. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so that's actually cool, the way that all works, because we can run out here, bring it right around, and it'll take us right back out there. Okay, so then the only thing we need to do is flip that one, because we are going to have to drop. Alright, that's cool. Ha! Happy little accident. Winner. That's always fun when the rail works out a little smoother than you planned. Not always the case. That's for sure. Oh, wood. Grab some of those. 50% on the box wasn't enough to get that running. Those did not go in there, but we got credit for them, so that's all that matters. Alright. There we go. Speed. More speed. Too many cars. We don't need to run around that many, and we definitely have all the straw out there. can't really hurry to do the grain thing because, well, like I said, that's already going to fill up by the time we actually get over there. We'll be showing up just in time for it to be done producing hay. That's how it works, but for the future runs, we now know for sure that we would like to pull out hay and grain, just so that we don't get the one-sided where we're still sucking up resources to only produce one side of the industry. No point in that in the small industry, especially, you know, rails, beans out of the smelter. That might not always be the thing, but it's definitely going to be the thing when it comes to the farm, or we're just going to be grinding even more uphill. Not going to do that. Rip it through the trees. Yeah, this still leaves us 6 on here. We'll grab one more there, two. Then we can do grain, straw. That's not so bad. Just throw the water ones in there too, except honestly the water has to come back up some hills. So depending on what loco you're running it there. But that would definitely make it worth also considering to bring that water into an easier place to draw from. You know, it's all about the challenge you want to have out in front of you versus what you feel like you're getting out of the run too. So, which honestly, the water run at this point is kind of nice. But I say that because I didn't make half of the runs, right? So, oh, not stopping here. Couldn't put logs on here if we tried. Sadly. I really do. I'm starting to really like the, when you do the loop, keeping the holding and the, all this track yardage stuff inside the loops is kind of becoming like the way I think I like to do things. Obviously, you see it here, see it at the yard. Can't do it everywhere, but where you can, it's kind of nice. Just keeps it all contained. Not sure what we're going to do with this space yet. Kind of kicking it around. To decorate it, to leave it like trees. It's all a big debate. I don't know. Can't make up my mind which is better. Kind of like leaving the trees in there, and then it's just an option for people how they want to blow it out. Also looking for decorating ideas, so anybody got something cool out there, I'm all ears for it. We might do something, you know, some kind of something in there. Would not be a bad thing. I wonder if I should just load these up while I got them sitting here. Yeah, I'd rather not, I suppose. Could just turn around. It'd be super convenient just to run these out and run some more cordwood right now. But again, cordwood not exactly the highest paying thing. And we're not too worried about moving over raw iron at this point. We don't have a lot of it, so it isn't like the pile is getting big. Most of the time, that's really my reasoning for running cordwood, is just so I can move more iron. That iron money is good. Alright, sliding this one back. That's good enough. Oh, you stop. Sweet. Have gotten in the horrible habit of not setting brakes on stacks anymore. We used to do that for many reasons. Do not do it anymore, which, you know, could turn around and always sneak up and bite you. Alright, so what's the kicker here? Do we just take this out, grab the boxcars? Probably should run some grain over just because that'll at least get us making some cows. One thing you will notice is today, definitely running these, I did turn around and put the difficulty for the industries on easy. Again, that's one where it's just to limit the loads going to the farm, to be totally honest. Wanted to get the most out of what was there. So as we're going to be sucking out more of that water and the seeds, I wanted everything to be on easy to do that with. So I'm all for playing on medium for most of it. Some of the stuff is just, not. But that's the nice thing, is we can always switch in and out and change what we want, how we want, when we want. Gotta like the sandbox. That's the fun part. Play it how you want to has always been my theory. Philosophy. Always will be. I like the more open the game is, everybody can add. It's just like, I know there are a lot of people out there that would like a cost to track building. Would be a great option to have in the game. For some people, it would really make a difference. Would not mind seeing that come in, but obviously I would like to see that come in as an option. Not everybody likes it. I know we used to pay to cut down trees, and there were plenty of people who did not like that. So, a little bit of something for everybody in the options to use it or not use it. It's always nice. Liner around the bend there. And let's give it the juice. This time we will, I suppose we'll run back around there because we're just going to go grab those boxcars, so that'll make it easier. Just to go scoop those up. I think we'll just run the mogul, being that we have it out. Might as well. Only running one train right at this moment anyway, so no point in worrying about digging the other one out of the shed. Just run this right down the middle. That's just a heads up, move jack, get out the way whistle. As we are coming barreling through the farm, so clear the tractors or anything else. Trying to get some cows in the holding bins over there today. That's kind of our ticket. Obviously not going to make us a heck of a lot of money in the process, but we will be getting set up to start making some money. Those cows and the meat stuff actually do pay pretty decent. $3,500 a car, so if you get out there early enough and often enough, obviously that's going to add up for you. Make a big difference. I know there's some people out there that don't like it. You kind of got to get up to tier 5 and stuff before you can do much with the cattle. So, but you do get there fast enough. I think tier 5 is pretty easy to obtain. The higher tiers, obviously, there is a lot of grinding in there, no doubt about it. But those are also, top upper echelon locomotives and gameplay. So, makes it worth the grind. So it would be nice for some people if they just dropped in a straight up sandbox mode. Obviously not everybody has as much time to run everything, and some people just want to play around with the new toys every now and then. So totally open sandbox mode where people can just buy everything and test stuff out and try it would be appreciated by many, I think. Alright, there we go. What are we at? Bam, we want to go there, we want to go there. We do not need the water line. Alright. And we're going to back that up. Hopefully we're going to back it up. Get it all right, one never knows. Should slide this back nice. Again, kind of cool. They give us multi-use for some of the cars, so this makes the box cars a little more useful. Oh, these, right, we just threw these. I forgot. Just kind of pushed this one. These were kicked back onto the rail, so they were probably sitting right up against the bump stuff. The bump there, that's why we got a little bit of a rough hit. I have to throw a little more wood in this thing. Good thing Cook Mogul has a huge stack of wood. So not running out anytime soon. That's for sure. Alright, we can get on this. A little bit of map action here. Flip that. That's going to put us back over here. We'll have to flip that. Going to put us there. We'll flip that so it doesn't have to do it for us. Alright. Take a look now as everything's coming in. Puny little train. Don't need the straw car. I was going to say I should have grabbed that other 2 or 3 car, but then not really because we just moved all that over. So we're just go catch the grain quick, and then, you know, this will be a 4-car Betsy kind of train. This is Bessie's job. The Cook Mogul is just set up to head out of the barn. Really was going to head this out and do tier 2 cars, and just figured we'd go ahead and run some different stuff. We've been working on filling the farm, so let's go ahead and kind of get that going, show where we were at with that, the new holding tracks and stuff, rather than just going up to the coal mine again today. We'll probably be making plenty of coal mine runs right after this, at least a couple, I think. That's a bit of a money bump, and it would be nice to kind of get us off of the broke side all the time, or every piece of rolling stock is costing us our bankroll. So I'll leave that tree there as kind of a warning. That's when you know you're coming in. Hopefully we clear everything here. One never knows. Did turn around, and for those that saw, where we ran into the boxcar problem on the industry over there, does not look like it, but that industry was moved right before we started filling it, so it did get slid over about, you know, what's probably the equivalent of 6 inches at most. Didn't move the track or anything, so it's going to be interesting to see if we clear the track when we get to the cow side. Alright, get up there. You dump it in there. I do have to say, I wish the doors would auto open when you start loading. That would be cool if boxcar doors just opened up. As in most cases, probably not the train crew doing all the loading. I think in some cases they probably did, but let's be real, they probably didn't all the time either. At least they are nice and forgiving with the hitbox, and that it doesn't have to be like in the door. That would have been rough. One at a time. I know there's talk about speeding up all of the pouring industries, so who knows if that would mean this one too would start pouring 3 at a time. A lot of call for that, for people always wanting to pick up the speed of the game. Not that I think these ones load pretty quick. I think as long as it's a convenient one, it's not that big a deal. Oil, I can get with. Oil's kind of a hassle to load, always has been. Small target, not super fast. You know, but then not every industry is going to be the coal and iron chutes, so there is that. I like the straw loading thing. It's kind of a bummer that it works for that and the gold ore out of the smelter. It's kind of, or out of the dredge. It's kind of a bummer that they kind of reuse that. It is cool. Would be nice if it was a little bit of a different variation for the coal, I have to say. But is what it is. I'm sure it's just a more of a drive belt loading system or conveyor belt loading system is kind of what it is. So, I'm not saying it's improper to be used. It's just a little bit of a bummer that it is reused, but not the end of the world there. All right, 12. There we go. We get our pop-up. Bam, bam. We'll just back the little dog up here. Although, actually, this is our big dog. We just don't have any bigger dogs. So there you go. Cook Mogul's decent all-around middle-of-the-road locomotive, though. It's got a lot of power. It's not oversized. It's not going to run everything at 100 miles an hour. It's kind of middle-of-the-road speed, power. A little bit tippy here and there, so it keeps things interesting. Looks good. Definitely a, narrow gauge kind of norm, if you will, or one of those. It's a cool locomotive. I know plenty of people would like to see the plow on it actually function. That would be cool if it threw snow around. A little bit late there. My bad. Heading back into town. Nice thing is we don't have too far to go. This is kind of our switcheroony industry. The switcher farm setup keeps everything localized. Don't have to. I honestly think it looks far better having the 3 rails coming in here. It looks like a much bigger industry and whatnot. And yeah, we're just kind of moving things around from point A to point B, so this is definitely too much loco for it, but it kind of makes it fun and different. I do actually enjoy the setup like this. It's kind of nice having like one industry that's kind of almost an internal industry, like we do actually have to move things around in it rather than just having everything done. We'll go ahead and slide this back just a couple feet. This way, when all these cows are making noise over here, it makes sense. Alright, let's get that in there. There we go. Make sure we're getting paid. We are definitely getting paid from them both. Small, insignificant sums of money, but money. Alright, 19. So that's obviously going to get us a few cattle. Not going to fill anything or anything like that. Go over and see how much of this stuff we still have left. We might be able to run one more thing of grain, I suppose, probably. No, not really. There you go. So that's going to take time. Oh, sure, look at one old wheat field gone. Going to take another one. It's going to take time to refill, but then I suppose we're probably out of what? Water? Yes, of course, because we didn't get both drawn out. So water, seeds we have plenty, but of course we are back on the drain when it comes to water. So we will just be kicking this back into the yard, I guess. We'll go do that and probably call that for the video, I suppose. I don't know. We'll just have to see how we're doing here. All right, out of there. Put that away. Give me that. We can put all that away. Choke that down. Give us a little bit of speed. There we go. Running along, running on empty. Alright, cruising. Throttle down. Still probably take out a few more of these trees. Trying to widen it out on one side so at least we have somewhere to keep the camera where we aren't looking at like getting hit in the face with trees every 5 seconds. Still have a little more work to go. I think we'll leave the trees on the inside, just take them out on the outside. Track extension yet to come out. was looking at possibly building some of that out. But then it doesn't make any sense until you get to the coal, so. And now we got the giant coal hopper there. We're gonna have to get some coal going on. Once more into the side yard. Alright, at least everything is flipped this time. So that's cool. We probably don't need that. Get too crazy. Alright, flip. There. We don't want to throw these real hard. We just want to throw them. Good enough. I think that should be good enough. Those should go and do their thing. Alright, move along. Let's get to our next target. Heading that out. Those should be safe. If they're not, they can't go too far. Ooh, this tree should... Oh, it's not quite touching the train. That's why it's not gone. Alright, flip that. We need to come back to that one. I think that's what we need to go for. We're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Yes, that was our target. Splendid. Chop that. Give it a little bit of a whirl to heads up. We coming back. Probably don't need to slam into it at 100 miles an hour though. So we'll chill that out just a touch. Look for a nice little soft spot there. Splendid. Alright, can we get her to stop? Nice. Back here, we are going to check the brake. Make sure that we don't have anything there. Double check our crash zone over there. Looks like everything came to a rest. Nice and chill. Yeah, so I think with that, we're going to call it a little bit of progress, obviously. We got a little bit of more holding in there. The farm stuff's going on. Starting to grab some rolling stock. Now we're just going to have to actually put this stuff to some use and make some money with it, which will get done. And then obviously it's out to rail extension from there, but that's where we're at. So calling that one a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.